We're surrounded by time, on our phones, our computers, our microwaves, but before digital clocks, telling time was a marvel. Imagine relying on a machine of gears and springs, built by hand, to bring order to your day. Clocks were more than tools, they were symbols of progress and silent witnesses to history. In early America, owning a clock meant you valued order and the future. Each clock was a masterpiece crafted with skill and patience, a piece of functional art. These clocks stood in homes for generations, marking milestones and quietly recording family stories. When you see an old clock, see a time machine connecting you to the people and moments it witnessed. Every tick was a victory over chaos, a steady beat in a changing world. These clocks are stories of grit, craftsmanship, and the desire to measure our lives, and those stories are worth listening to. Early American clockmakers were artists and engineers, working with forges and hammers, not machines. They cast brass gears, cut teeth by hand, and shaped every part with precision. One mistake, and the whole clock failed. So their name on the dial was a promise of quality. A clock was the heart of the home, its chimes marking daily life and bringing order. These clocks were built to last, using dense woods and quality brass. They were designed for repair, not replacement. A legacy, not a disposable gadget. Each clock was a centerpiece, a symbol of pride and reliability. Clockmakers built for the future, knowing their work would outlive them. Their craftsmanship still ticks today, a testament to their skill. That's the legacy they left behind. Clocks didn't just change homes, they transformed entire towns. The town clock, often in a church steeple or tower, became a symbol of unity and pride. Its chimes organized daily life, from opening shops to ending the workday. The clockkeeper's job was vital, keeping the town's rhythm steady and reliable. Shared timekeeping laid the foundation for punctuality and efficiency. The town clock taught discipline, preparing communities for the industrial age. It was the silent pulse that drove growth, one tick at a time. Before factories and trains, people learned to live by the clock. The town clock was the heartbeat of progress. Here at Nostalgia Nook Antiques, we've learned that collecting often starts with curiosity. One interesting clock, one fascinating story, and before long you're seeing history in a whole new way. The railroads changed everything, connecting cities and shrinking distances, but they needed standardized time. Local solar time varied from town to town, causing chaos for train schedules. In 1883, railroads introduced 4 time zones, synchronizing the nation with a single telegraph signal. Suddenly America ran on the same clock, a revolution in how people lived and worked. This era demanded precision. Railroad watches had to be accurate to the second. These watches became symbols of responsibility and progress. Standardized time enabled modern industry, commerce, and communication. The railroad watch's steady tick became the nation's new heartbeat. Time was now national, precise, and essential for a growing country, all because the trains had to run on time. That's one reason we enjoy sharing these stories at Nostalgia Nook Antiques. Behind every antique clock, a piece of American history waits to be rediscovered. Many old clocks still tick today, cherished by collectors who see them as capsules of history. Each clock tells a unique story. Its scratches, maker's mark, and worn keys are proof of a life well lived. Collectors research origins, seeking authenticity and a tangible link to the past. These clocks survive because they were built to last, designed for repair, not replacement. Skilled clockmakers can revive silent movements, bringing history back to life. There's satisfaction in hearing a centuries-old clock tick again. A victory over throwaway culture. Antique clocks are monuments to American history and craftsmanship. They remind us that what we build can endure. As long as they tick, they keep telling our stories. At Nostalgia Nook Antiques, preserving these stories is part of what makes collecting so rewarding. Every antique clock reminds us that history isn't as distant as we sometimes think.